You call your bank. The voice that picks up sounds perfectly human, polite, crisp, calm, and then it tries to read your account number, and the illusion cracks. Same building from episode 1, same floors, but this episode is about the top of the atomic row, the part that talks, text to speech. The orchestration layer hands it a string of words. It turns those words into sound waves your ear intercepts as a voice. Whatever the layers above decide to say, this is the layer that actually says it. If speech to text is the ears, this is the mouth. Get this layer wrong, and everything else upstairs gets buried under a voice. Nobody wants to listen. Text to speech takes a string of characters and produces audio. The opposite of speech to text. Think of it as a really fast actor. Hand it a line, it reads the line, and the new ones can also act. They can sound surprised, frustrated, gentle, formal. You direct the performance through the text itself or through a prompt. Here's what it doesn't do. It doesn't decide what to say, that's the language model. It doesn't always, say what you wrote. Like names, numbers, foreign words can come out scrambled. It doesn't always pronounce things consistently across calls. If a voice agent sounds wrong, like flat, robotic, weirdly pausing, the bug isn't in the script. It's in how the script gets read. There are 6 names you will keep running into. ElevenLabs. This is the expressiveness leader, the most natural sounding voices on the market. Over 5,000 voices, more than 27 languages, and voice cloning from a short sample. It's the default pick when the voice needs to be memorable. Next, it's Cartesia. Cartesia is the latency leader. Their sonic model, they return the first chunk of audio in under 50 milliseconds. For real-time agents where every delay, it feels like silence, this is where the teams start. Then it's the OpenAI text-to-speech. This is the workhorse and the one that takes plain English direction. You can describe the voice to be quieter, more formal, slightly faster, and the model will adjust accordingly. It is tightly integrated if you're already on OpenAI. Hume's Octave, this specializes in emotional fidelity. It reads the meaning of what you're trying to say and adjusts its delivery. It can be sympathetic on sensitive topics, energetic on the celebratory ones. And one of the episodes that I did on this channel, it covers Hume in detail. So go check that out. Microsoft Azure, this has the widest language reach, over 140 languages. It is strong in regulated industries. Then comes the Google's Gemini-powered text-to-speech. It is improving fast, and it show up by default if you're already on their cloud. Now, 4 things to look at when picking one. Naturalness. 2 voices reading the same sentence can sound like a real person or like a robot reading a teleprompter. The newer models, they all sound close to a human on simple sentences. But the gap shows up on long sentences and complex emotion. Then comes latency. Latency for real-time conversation, the time from text in to first audio out needs to be under 1/10 of a second. For batch audio, like audiobooks, narration, it doesn't matter at all. Next comes the pronunciation control. Can it say your customer's name correctly the first time? Can it read a phone number, a dollar amount, an email address without breaking? Can it switch between English and Spanish in one sentence? This is where the demo-friendly voices start to lose. And last but not the least is the cost. Pricing varies 5 to 10 times across the segment. Self-hosted open weights model, they cost almost nothing per minute. Premium voices on premium providers, they can run 20 cents per minute or more. Now, what are the trade-offs? Natural voices are usually slower. Fast voices are usually less expressive. ElevenLabs sounds beautiful but takes hundreds of milliseconds to start. Cartesia is under 50 but doesn't carry the same emotional range. The benchmark gap is real here too. A voice that sounds wonderful in your demo, a quiet room, simple sentences, can stumble in production. Customer names, long account numbers, Spanish and English. The voices that win demos aren't always the voices that survive production calls. And the architecture is changing. The same pattern from episode 1. A new generation of voice AI models, they take audio in and they produce audio out without a separate text-to-speech step. OpenAI's Real-Time or Google's Gemini Live lead this for general voice agents. Hume's EVI leads it for emotion-driven applications. In 2 years, choosing a separate text-to-speech provider might also become a niche thing for narration, audiobooks, accessibility, podcast production. But for most voice agents, the mouth and the brain, they merge into one model, and the text never has to exist. After listening to a few hundred voice agents across different vendors, one thing has become clear about this layer. Choose your text-to-speech for your hardest words and not for your easiest line. Now that's it for the mouth. Next episode will be the glue, which is about the orchestration platforms. So don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss it. Thank you.